Christian book review number 2. This was actually my November book. This is Spiritual Disciplines for the Christian Life by Donald S. Whitney, forward by J.I. Packard. I had not heard of Donald S. Whitney before, but I saw the book on the bookshelf and thought it would be kind of cool to read. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into when I picked up this book. I was a little concerned that I might be sort of legalistic and miss, grace when it talks about spiritual disciplines, but that wasn't it at all. And I was pleasantly surprised by that. I know that this book can come off a little intimidating to some people. If you have the mindset that you are woe is me, that you're always trying to do something, if you have a legalistic mindset, this book is probably going to crush you because you're looking at it the wrong way. This is not a checklist of what to do to make yourself into a godly person, to, reach some goal. That's not what this is. And if you have a legalistic mindset and you come to this book with that, it's going to crush you by the third discipline, because you're going to be like, well, I can't do all this. You're right. You're not supposed to. It's not a checklist. He says that over and over again. These are habits that we can form to enhance our walks with Christ. So it goes over different things, different habits and disciplines that we should do or could do in our Christian walks to help us be more consistent, to be more purposeful in our walks. And they're all for the purpose of godliness. And that he repeats over and over and over again. It's for the purpose of living out more of being Christ-like while we're here on earth, right? We know that God is going to conform us to the image of Christ. But how do we live that out more here while we're on earth? So he goes over Bible intake, prayer, worship, evangelism, serving, stewardship, fasting, silence and solitude, journaling, learning, and perseverance. And all for the purpose of godliness. As you can see, I know it'll be backwards for you guys, but it's like prayer for the purpose of godliness, worship for the purpose of godliness. This is not to build yourself up in any kind of selfish or self-ambitious way. It's for the purpose of living out our walk with Christ. Do they all need to be done at the same time? No. Can you do multiple ones at the same time? Sure. If one's getting kind of stale and you feel a little stagnant, do the next one. You see what I'm saying? So it's like ideas of spiritual disciplines that you should practice. He emphasizes that Bible intake, prayer, and learning, and worship, like those are the ones that we should be doing all the time. However, when it comes to something like journaling, if you're feeling stagnant, in your walk with Christ, maybe pick up journaling. If you're not able to focus and things like that, maybe pick up silence and solitude time with the Lord, meditating on the Word of God. So it's all of these ideas of things that we can do to enhance our walks, to enrich our Christian faith and our Christian walks. He states at the beginning of the book to, as you're reading or after you read it, kind of make an inventory of where you are in these areas and which ones you want to work on. And then come back, reread that section or reread the book in 3 months, 6 months, a year, and see how you've grown. So I love that idea. The ones that really stick out to me that I was most convicted of was the giving and the journaling. I feel like I should be doing a lot more writing of the things that I know and the things that I learn. I've already been really convicted of that when it comes to my Bible and saving that for my kids. But just in general, I could do more of that. And then giving, that one was really convicting for me. So the Lord's working with me on that. So I'm excited to see when it comes to the next, few months, the next year, to see how those things have improved. So definitely love this one. Definitely want to keep on your shelf and to refer back to. And if you're struggling in your Christian walk, definitely pick it up and see what you can work on, what you can implement, how you can maybe even change your mind, because again, everything is for the purpose of godliness. We're not doing these things to check a box or to attain something ourselves. It's all for the purpose of glorifying God, which I love. I love that he kept pointing that out. Spiritual disciplines for the Christian life. If you need to shake things up, you need to mix things up, you're feeling a little stale, this gives a lot of good ideas.